So I love to be surrounded by books. I wanted books in every room in my home. I wanted books on my nightstand. It makes me extremely happy. It doesn't feel like too much pressure. I love it. And in order to get a collection of books like the one that I've got, I've had to do some really dedicated secondhand shopping, purely because of budgetary requirements. I'm a mum of three living in Australia. The cost of living is insane. Don't get me started on school fees. But I can't afford to surround myself with books if I was to buy them all new. I do buy new books for authors that I love or books that I'm really interested in, but this is a dominantly secondhand book collection. The downside of that, and I blame the fill a bag for $5 sales, is that I have these little mini collections, little author collections on my shelves, but they're from authors that I've never read before. So in this vlog, we're going to rectify that. I have picked 3 authors whose works I've never read before, who I have more than 3 books of theirs on my shelves, and I'm going to pick one of their books, read it, and see whether I want to continue working through their books or whether they're just not for me and I can stop collecting them and maybe make more space on my shelves. So the first author that I'm going to read is Carol Shields. Now, I heard about Carol Shields and this book, I think, from Louise Savage. I think it was. I have been wrong before, but I'm pretty sure it was on one of her best of book lists one year. And then I saw it in the op shop and picked it up. I have this many Carol Shields books on my shelves, 6, and I've never read one of her books before. So if I don't like this book, I have room then to take these off my shelves and put books on there that I want to read. And if I do like this book, then I get a chance to read more of her works because they're already on my shelves. So it's a win-win. I started reading this book last night. I'm 28 pages in and I've already laughed out loud a few times. It's cool. This book is divided into chapters, and I want to share with you some of the names on the chapters. The first chapter that I've read is 15 Minutes in the Life of Larry Weller, and it opens with him accidentally taking somebody else's coat from the cafe he was in that looked like his. And then his inner monologue about what he should do about that. He's walking the streets. He's in Winnipeg in Canada. He's walking the streets, going to meet his girl. It was funny. The second chapter, which I'm in now, is Larry's love. He's gotten married, and there's this really funny time at the moment where they're on their honeymoon that his parents gifted them, and it's this bus tour of the historical sites in England with all these old people and they're on their honeymoon. It's quite funny. It's really well written. It goes through each chapter Larry's work, Larry's friends, even Larry's penis. So I'm really motivated to keep reading to that. I just find it so funny and I need a good laugh, and this has come at the right time. So join me over the next few days as I read through Larry's Party and hopefully have a lot more laughs. I'm very aware that this angle is crap. Sorry about that. But we're at the end of the day and I'm about to climb into bed with Larry's Party. And I don't think I've updated you. So this is a kind of a, just in case I haven't updated you, moment. I am up to Larry so far, 1990. This is such an interesting way to tell a story, and I don't know if I've come across it before, but I'm loving it. So each chapter kind of jumps ahead a couple of years, and each chapter has a theme, and it's telling the story of Larry through these different themes. So through his work, through his friends, through his parents, through his penis, though it wasn't about his penis. It's a very catchy thing to do, and then yeah, very well done with inside that chapter. And so we're getting this full, well-rounded picture of who Larry is and what he's going through in his life, but told in this really unique way. I'm absolutely loving it. It's still funny. I'm still laughing. It's the moments of that are really, really cool. The moments of humor. And yeah, the writing's amazing. I can absolutely guarantee that I will not be getting rid of any Carol Shields off my shelf. I want to read everything this woman has ever written because this is such a unique perspective and a unique way to tell a story. I just applaud her. I just think it's it's not cookie cutter. It's it keeps me thinking, it keeps me excited, and all it is a story about one guy who lives in Canada, really. But I'm so engaged and connected to him and to what's happening in his life because of just this amazing way to tell a story. So I'm going to go to bed. It's Saturday night. I don't know if you heard that because I've got the trusty old microphone going, but it's all going to be reading this to the background sounds of my son and my husband watching the Wallabies play rugby against the British and Irish Lions, which is apparently a very big deal. But I'm going to sink into Larry and it won't bother me. Okay, I'll let you know when I've finished it, which hopefully will be soon. I'm about halfway through. I can't wait to finish it. Just because you've been with me on the journey, you saw me start this shawl. I have finished it. Isn't it gorgeous colours? I only got one skein or whatever of this and it was on sale, so I can't get any more. So it's not quite as big as I would like it to be. But, I mean, look at those colours. Yay. So knitting project update. I'm on to my sock. Yeah. So I still haven't finished that other sock because I got caught up in the shawl. So here it is. So yes, I am going away on Thursday. So I wanted to have made a few things to take with me. And those are two of the things that I want to take. So yeah, I just thought I'd update you because you started the shawl journey with me. There it is, all finished. So excited. I have been getting dinner ready, getting the fire going. I even rode the bike for a little bit with Fitz and just had a play with him. And yeah, put on a loaf of bread, just been doing stuff. And then I just came in here just to have some quiet and finished off my shawl. Now I need to shower and actually eat the dinner that I made. That would be a good idea. And then I might just sit and watch BookTube and do some knitting. And then read my book to go to bed. There you go. There's the update of my dull life. Nothing exciting going on here. We might start this tomorrow and I'll let you know how far I got in Larry's party. before I fell asleep.
Good choice, that.
You're not going to believe it, but I don't have the chicken pox. But I think I'm getting sick. I probably didn't take care of myself the best way I could today. But I just feel like shit. And I go away for a holiday at 5 a.m. on Thursday morning. And it is, what day is it? It's Tuesday night. I just have one more day to make it through. So I've taken all the things and I've come to sleep in here because they're watching boy stuff in there and it's loud and noisy. And I've got water, I've got all the things. Can you believe it? It's just not computing. Okay, what am I trying to say? I have stepped into a zone with Carol Shields where I'm in admiration. And when I am in that zone with an author, I find it disrespectful to just plow through or skim through or have kind of, not be fully in the book, because to me, she has reached this level of admiration through every line just being perfect. And yeah, it is lyrical, it is poetic, but it's just so well played. Like every word seems to me to be so well thought out. Like there's a reason for every word in this page, in this book. Oh my goodness. I'm not doing this justice. I'm being disrespectful because I'm just blabbering on. But yeah, I was reading it before, missed a paragraph like 5 times, went back 5 times. You know when you do that when you read? And I just thought, God, stump up, Natalie, like this is Carol Shields. Like that went through my head and I was like, right, we've reached this level with this author of, yeah, we got to honor her. So incredible. Where is she from? Who is this author? I don't know anything about her. And she's obviously great. Yeah. She won the Pulitzer Prize for the Stone Diaries. I have that here. Oh, that's so good. And that was shortlisted for the Booker. That was in 1993. Oh, she wrote other things. Oh, she's American. Brought up in Chicago. Hang on a second. Is there an American Book Prize named after this woman? Am I so late to the party with that? Oh, God, I don't know what's going on. When this came out, she was the Chancellor of the University of Winnipeg. Oh, and Larry grew up in Winnipeg. Right. This is so uninteresting. I'm so sorry. I'm reading, but I'm doing it slowly. I will get there. Wish me luck in just sleeping this off. I'm just going to sleep it off. And I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I have shit to do tomorrow. I think I've reached delirium with this illness. I'm going to turn off the camera now and talk to you after a good night's sleep. I rant about how amazing this book is, I really think that it wasn't Louise Savage who recommended it to me. I think it was her lovely son, Simon. And I'm having lots of trouble linking Simon to books that he had nothing to do with and not giving him credit in books that he did. But I think this might have been on his best of book list. I'm sure it was. Thank you, Simon. Thank you for bringing the idea of this book into my life. Thank you for planting the seed so that when I saw it in the bookshop, an op shop, I picked it up for $2 or whatever it was, because this is delight from start to finish. Delight. I don't know what I've said about it because I've been reading it over a little while, haven't I? But it culminates in Larry's party. And so we move through Larry's life until he has a dinner party. And the way that even that dinner party is written, gold. Just so good. So indicative of a dinner party, so cringeworthy, so perfect. Just the ending landed in me like this beautiful big smile. Like I just loved it. Everything about it. Entirely. Can't recommend enough. Carol Shields is an author, sits on my shelf and will never leave unless I've read the book. Ever be unhauled, because I want to read everything this woman has ever written. I now have 5 books there that I can explore of this author's, because I don't think it stops here. I don't think it stops here. This is a 1997 book. God, that seems like yesterday. That was when I graduated high school. Oh, when you put it like that, it was a little while ago. The brilliance in which this is a story of a man. It's just a story of his life, but it's written so uniquely. The story setup is so amazing. So we're not going to discount that. That's the major winner here. But very close second is the way this woman can write. And her paragraphs, her sentences, everything about it struck me as top notch, expert. Awesome. Read it. Highly recommend. Highly, highly recommend. So the next author I'm going to read, whose books live in this little hole here, is Ian McEwan. I have 7 books of his that live on my shelf and I've not read one of them. I first heard about Ian McEwan from Chat 10 Looks 3, a podcast that I listened to, and they spoke about how amazing he is as an author. So I just heard his name and saw his books and just started to collect them. And I have 7 of them. The one I'm going to read is at the bottom. Is Nutshell. I picked this because I needed as kind of a smaller book to sample all of these authors. And I read the back of it. Let me read it to you. Let me read it to you. I know this can sometimes be annoying when you hear the blurbs read out, but I'll paraphrase. You got to hear this. Trudy was betrayed by her husband, John. She's still in the marital home, but John's not here. Instead, she's with his brother, Claude, and the two of them have a plan. But there is a witness to their plot. The inquisitive 9-month-old resident of Trudy's womb. I read it and I was like, okay, so we're going to be told this story from an unborn baby's perspective. That's kind of unique and interesting. And what's Trudy up to? What did John do? Who the hell's Claude? I love when I read things and I go, okay, I need to know more about that. I'm on page 26 and I started reading this book this morning and I have not stopped smiling. Here's a clip. I've just started reading Who is this guy? And why have I never read him before? I have sat here smiling. I'm on page 6.
just smiling. I'm actually reading it out loud because it is so fucking good. Like, such good writing. This would be one of the best openings to a book I've ever read. Ever. It was just a paragraph about how much he likes the wine that his mother drinks and passes through to him. Talks about the first glass that she takes and then the second glass and how that makes him feel. And then says, but she never takes a third and it wounds me. What a great line. I have said to myself so many times, out loud, who is this man? How could I not have read any of his books before? That is the most unique, amazing opening I've read in such a long time. I loved every word. Every single word made me smile at the cleverness of it. The way that I know I'm so late to the Ian McEwan party because I looked him up and he's 70-something years old and he's got this great list of books. I mean, I've got 7 of them here. But I just can't express how happy I am to read his writing. Oh my God, the sun comes out. So this will be the next book that I read. And I have a day ahead of me where I just am hiding from all the things that should be done because I'm a little just in need to have a day of doing nothing. And so this is going to be a big part of my day, and I will keep you updated because I can't see how my delight can't continue. He can't write an opening to a book that strong and clever and then just drop the ball. I don't believe that can happen. Surely it can't. Pessimism is too easy, even delicious. The badge and plume of intellectuals everywhere. It absorbs the thinking classes of solutions. We excite ourselves with dark thoughts in plays, poems, novels, and movies. And now in commentaries. Why trust as a cat when humanity has never been so rich, so healthy, so long-lived? When fewer die in wars and childbirth than ever before? And more knowledge, more truth by way of science was never so available to us. Why do I turn on the camera when I'm still eating? Sorry. I'm back in bed now. We've done our cleaning, done our resetting for the week. It's a Sunday, so do you have your uniforms? Do we have lunchbox stuff? Do we need to bake? We did all the things. Done a little bit of sock knitting. I started a new sock. I should show you that. There. And I've got this kind of colour changing yarn. Isn't it gorgeous? So yeah. Can't wait to knit those socks. Always got a pair of socks going. They're just easy and mindless and fun. So I'm at page 104 of Nutshell, and the plot has just been played out. What could it be? And now we're halfway through, so then we go on, I guess, to work out what happens after that. So, still so incredible. Has not tanked so far at all. Not even close. So, yeah, I just wanted to update you that that's where I am. I won't finish it today because now it's 4:30. But I will read some more and hopefully finish it tomorrow because it's addictive to read because it brings me so much joy. You know, those books where it's not about the plot, though, you know, what happens is there, but it's so interesting to read so intelligently from the point of view of a baby in a womb. Like, what the hell? But every paragraph, like, it's just so intelligent. And so I smile, and it fills me with joy. I laugh out loud, not because it's funny, but because it's just so good. And that's why I want to keep reading the book. Sure, I'll find out what happens, but the writing, the cleverness, that's why I want to keep reading the book. So I will do that tonight. I just thought I'd update you before the sun went down. I'm back under my little covers in my little spot in here. Yeah, now that I've done all my jobs. But I'm going to watch some booktube and do some knitting and then get back to this. But I'll let you know when I finish it. It'll hopefully be tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're so wonky. Before I got this new phone, I didn't know there's this line that now comes up and there's sort of grids and things. And so it tells you when you're wonky. I don't know if that's helpful or not with me. Oh my gosh. Son. Okay, I think we've got it. I think we're here. Microphone is on. Hello. I need to tell you. I need to tell you something. I finished Nutshell. I did it. I just kept reading it and then finished the last few chapters this morning. Mind blown. Mind blown. Mind satisfied. Mind excited. Just, oh my God, what a great book. How have I not read any Ian McEwan before? How have I lived in this world and not read any Ian McEwan? To be fair, the beautiful women on Chat 10 Looks 3, this podcast that spoke about Ian McEwan to me first, they told me about this ages ago. Not this book, they told me about him ages ago. I can't remember what it was that they told me about, which one. Maybe it was the Children's Act. And I think it's tough. And maybe that's why I didn't pick it up. But I have now, but I will now, but all the things now, because I don't know if it's just this book that he pulled it out of the bag. If you have read more Ian McEwan, talk to me about it, because I want to know everything. I just am so in love with the intelligence of this man to pull together this story. Like, how bizarre to be spoken to from a baby in a womb and it still be intelligent enough to take me through a story. If the writing was not good and you told me about a book where the baby was talking, I'd be like, I'm out. I'm not going to read that because that sounds ridiculous. Not ridiculous. Awesome, amazing, clever. Clever. So the whole premise of this thing is, do I take this author's books off my shelves after I've read one of their books? Absolutely. No way. Not on your life. This is so incredible that I want to devour everything, just like Carol Shields, but in such a different way. Yeah. This guy had to look up a lot of words. Be prepared if you read this book, unless you know them already. But I had to look up a lot of words. But I loved that because when I looked them up and I learnt what they meant, I was like, that is the perfect word. Every word was perfect. So good. The ending was fabulous. Like, just so good. Loved it. Loved it. Read it. Yes. So Ian McEwan is a huge tick for me. Huge. Rightio, now we're on to the last author from my shelves who I haven't read for this vlog. We're 2 for 2. We're keeping all the books on there. This isn't helping with me moving books off that top shelf, but I don't care. I have already discovered 2 amazing authors, and now I hope I'm going to discover a third. Elizabeth Jane Howard. I have 4 of her books here. I've not read any of her books before. And the reason that I have these books is because of this book, The Long View. This is an old library copy that I got at a library sale. I know about this book because of Sean. He's not a book maniac. What is he? He breathes books now. Sean breathes books.
And I remember him putting it in his best of list or talking about this book a while ago now, but I found the copy and then I picked up other ones. This says on the front, as heard on BBC Radio 4's Woman's Hour. What is that? What's a woman's hour on the radio? All of you UK people, tell me now. So I'm going to start the long view, see whether I love this book, see whether I love her writing, and decide then whether I keep all of those books on the shelves. But if not, there's a little hole there that I can fill. I don't know whether she's going to top the last 2 books that I read, but she can equal it, right? And this was published in the 50s, I think, late 50s. So I'm a huge fan of these sorts of books. So, yeah, like women writers from this time, huge fan. So what is this about, actually? I don't even know. Oh, Inside Truth of a Marriage. Eek. Don't know how that's going to go. What truths are there? What truths are they not telling each other? I hope it isn't. This is what I can't do in a book. I can't do the miscommunication stuff, or, you know, like the keeping of secrets, and then that secret, like, will she ever tell the secret, goes all the way through the book, that sort of stuff. The keeping of information and you're hearing 2 sides of the story. Can't do those books. I'm pretty picky, aren't I? So yeah, that would be the only downfall if I were to open this and it became that. But we will see. I have to go to work now, but I'm taking it with me because I also have to go and watch Fitzy throw a shot put and a discus. He made some sort of zone regional, I don't know. I didn't even know he could throw a discus and a shot put, but apparently he can. So I have to go and sit on the sideline and kind of watch that. And then I'm sure he's going to convince me to bring him home early. So maybe we'll go to the library and read some books, and yeah, I don't know. Truth be told, I am all over the place. I'm going to have to try and undo my Yeti. That's impossible. I am at home with only me to take care of and no pressing things. Like I've got stuff to do, but nothing that's, you know, that somebody else has determined for me for the first time in weeks and weeks. And I don't know what to do with myself. Ooh, this is Tulsi or holy basil. I steep it overnight and then I pour it into my water and drink it through the day. Let's try this. This is not going to end well, is it? Oh, check this out. I've seriously got tinctures everywhere. Yeah, so I'm feeling a little lost. It's maybe nearly 10 o'clock in the morning. I've kind of cleaned. I've done washing. I've sat in the sun, had a cup of tea. I've been silk knitting, watching YouTube. I think, you know, when you finally get to stop and then it hits you like that. Whoa. That's where I'm at. I'm happy to share my supplements with you. This is Nixia. This is Young Living. I don't know if anyone's heard of Young Living. I'm just going to tip it all in. I'm happy to share my supplements with you, but supplements are so personal. Like what works for me might not work for you. So yeah, this is just what I do.
Oh, this is forage. I've shown this to you guys so many times before. If you're a woman, I don't know if you can get it overseas, but if you're in Australia, so important. So important. It just is the like best multivitamin you can take ever. Doesn't taste amazing, but put it in some tincture, you're good to go. So yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit lost. What is important today is that I read. I really want this. This is the last book for this vlog, and I would really love to post it on Thursday. But today's Tuesday, and I've hardly read any. It's just so busy at the moment. You know, at the start of books, and you're just introduced to all of the characters together, and it opens with a dinner party scene. So there's 8 people at the dinner party, so you're trying to work out who's who. And then when the author writes people with this, you know, there's a Julian and a, could it be Julius? No. There's 2 J names. I'm like, which one is which? And they're like an uncle and a nephew. I'm trying to work it out. Anyway, maybe my brain's just not in it. These just taste terrible, so I'll have one of these. This is for my lymphatic cleanse. Oh, it's a lot. Okay. So trying to read it while I was going to bed last night, not an option. I need to read for a few hours today to kind of be able to make the self-imposed Thursday deadline happen. How many drops? 2 to 3. This is my bushflower essence and homeopathy to do all the things. I've spent a lot of years not supporting my body and just expecting her to just kind of be able to access all the nutrients and, you know, just build her strength herself when I don't eat all of the nutrients and all of the minerals that I need to survive as a hormonal woman. And when I do take the supplements and take the drops and all the things and use the herbs, I just feel kind of proud of myself, and my body responds with clarity and energy and you know, like I just feel so much better. But the habit is to not do it, and so I'm trying to break that habit right here, right now. Oh shit, I didn't take my chase tree berry. I forgot another supplement. This tastes bad. I need water for this. I will recommend this one. This is Chase Tree Tincture. I take it before I bleed. If you're a woman who struggles during that week before she bleeds with mood swings, just with heaviness, with hardness, this doesn't give you energy, but it kind of helps regulate that part of your cycle. Helps you with the progesterone. I don't know, I could go into all of that. I'm a menstrual cycle coach, but if you have a hard week before you bleed, Chase Tree Tincture. There's my tip for the day. Oh, I need water for this. It tastes disgusting. Just so bad. Just so bad. Oh. So that's where I'm at. I think I might go and sit in the sun and read for a bit. I made a little spot in the sun. I'll show it to you. Well, I've spent the day at home. I'm just about to go and pick up the boys from school. I created Instagram posts and scheduled them. And while I was trying to do a reel, my phone was full, memory full. So I had to just spend the last hour clearing up my phone. Don't you hate that? So that's why the chocolates come out. Black Forest, so good. I've been sitting here knitting socks and I've started watching like the Great Pottery Throwdown. You know, those awesome British shows. Well, I need my sock and eat some chocolate. That's what I've been doing. I have been productive. I have got stuff done. I did washing and I haven't done washing in just so long. I've just put a loaf of bread in the bread maker. That's it. That's all I've got. It's been a weird day. I haven't read anything, but I intend to do that this afternoon. I'll see how the boys are when I pick them up. But just when I was talking to you, it said memory full. I didn't do the recently deleted folder. It's a trap, isn't it? You think you delete it, but it still sits there. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. I'm gonna go get the boys soon after I have a bit of chocolate and watch a bit of Pottery Throwdown and knit a bit of a sock. And then we'll see what the afternoon brings. Having the boys around will maybe direct me into a into a plan, because right now I'm just kind of floating and it feels really weird.
That hurts. Oh, like that. Ah! Out, Squirtle. Right out. Out, please, Squirtle. Oh. Oh, what's meant to go up? Oh, really very nice. This is a weak spot in the tricep.
You know, the most amazing thing about what I'm doing right now, or what I just did, is that I don't have any shoes on. And you know what that means? That means winter's coming to an end. The ground's not as cold. The ground is cold, but it's not as cold. Oh, it feels so good. I've got the roast chicken in the oven. That's on for a couple of hours. Oh, my water bottle is over there. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to read, because I need to get this book finished. And I am only on page 42. It's a lot of words. It's a lot of words. But I just need to get through and get into the rhythm of this woman's writing. I can do that. It's easy. But I just haven't had a flow with the reading today. I haven't had a flow with anything today, have I? But I feel like I can sit here for another hour and a half and just consume this book, or try to anyway, without getting distracted. Wish me luck. I know I should be reading, and I said I was going to, but I want to move things around, and my son is home and he can help me, and I want to move things around. Let's just do it. I'm not putting off reading. I'm really not. It's something I want to do. And my son's out and I need his muscle. He's out for the rest of the afternoons, I think. So, oh, how I love moving things around. Want to see? This room, that's a pile of beds and I want them gone. I've been working on this little table with my computer and I don't like it. I need more space. So I want to move these beds out and take them into the house. And then I want to move one of these tables, one of those tables, in to here, along the window with my computer on it. And then I've got space to journal and write. That's what I want to do.
let's just say moving furniture with a 15-year-old is just a lot of biting your tongue. Can I just say that? 15-year-olds just know exactly what to do about everything, don't they? Anyway, my table's in here. And I will move that against that wall. And then if anybody wants to come and stay, they can just, there's a single mattress. There's room. And then now my sewing's in that corner, just on the one table, which I think is going to be okay. It's definitely going to be okay because I wasn't using the two tables when I was sewing. Something's happening. Those are my two green chairs. I love them. I got them for free from a lady when Patty was a little kid. And I, in a snap decision a little while ago, put them up on Marketplace for free to pass on to someone else. And somebody's coming to pick them up now and I'm feeling really sad about it. I love these chairs, but they need restoring. All the bottom's falling out of them. They're just not practical. But I've read many a book in them and they've served me very well. It's time to say goodbye to my green chairs. Guess what I'm going to do? Not finishing it. I can't. I've tried. I've really, really tried. It's rambly. And it's rambly, like there are some zingers. There are some really great lines. And of course I admire that. I love good writing. It's my most favorite thing. And every now and then it's a zinger. But those zingers are nice and short. Most of the other sentences are this big. They're just so long and full of big words. And so you just can't catch your breath. And every time that happens, which is probably at least once a page, twice a page, 3 times, like it's a lot. Every time that happens, I just go, whew, and I get pulled out of the story. So I don't get a chance to connect with any characters because I'm just in this kind of swirl of big, long sentences. And I just couldn't catch my breath and I couldn't gel with it. I tried last night. I tried again this morning. I just tried before when I got home from work and it's all too much. It's way too much. So I'm going to count Elizabeth Jane Howard as an author that I just don't gel with. Not a bad one. No way. No way. We don't say that. My personal preference is just for a little more, just tightening things up a little. And if you like all of that really, like I love, it's not even flowery. It's just lots of semicolons. Is that what it is? Or colons? What's the one with the dot and the little jink? Lots of those. Breaking up these kind of long-winded chats. Not even chats, just thoughts in people's heads. It's essentially about a marriage that's gone to shit and raising 2 adult kids, I guess, that are going through their own shit. You know, and that's something that I would enjoy to read. We're in the 50s, like it's, you know, something cool to read. But the mum, who's the main chick, her thoughts are very rambly. And so I just could see this going on and on and on. And it was too much for my brain to comprehend. So we're going to count this as a DNF and we're going to move all of Elizabeth Jane Howard's books off my shelf and restock. Because I don't see myself ever being drawn to pick her up again after this experience. So let's take these 3 books off, other 3 books off. Can you see that? Where I am? Where are they? They're here. They're kind of 3 chunky books too. Let me move you over. Here's our hole we gotta fill. Oh, I think that's it. I could get another smaller book on here. So that's it. That's the end of the vlog. I found 2 new amazing authors that I'm going to love to read, and one that I know now that it's just not my jam. So I don't need to collect her anymore when I see her at the op shops. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Let me know if you also collect authors that you've never read before, and maybe this might prompt you to pick one of those books up and just see whether it's actually your vibe. Thanks for hanging out with me. Love chatting books with you. I'll see you in the next video.